going on, everyone? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of the vlog. Now, I kind of want to give a little warning that this isn't going to be the usual sort of like adventure vlog. Part of the reason is I saw The Greatest Showman, and I know there's plenty of film analysis out there, and I don't want to make this a film analysis because there's plenty of people who do that better than I do. But I did have, as a practitioner of the circus world, I feel like I've got to respond. I'm going to go down the circus analysis road. So if you don't want to tune in because you're used to adventure stuff, this is now the time to just get out. If you're into like circus theory and analysis and all that stuff, this is the vlog for you. Otherwise, here we go. Before I get into all the cons, I just want to love the pros of the movie. Some of the big pros in terms of its acknowledgement of circus, or the things that circus is really good at doing or wants to bring out in, is all the camaraderie and the family-oriented sort of feel. Like once you're in the circus world, like you don't usually, like if I go somewhere else, right? If I leave Seattle and go to another place that I don't know anyone, once they find out that I'm circus or got recommended to go there by someone else in the circus world, they're just kind of like, oh my god, you're circus? Come stay at my house. Like I can't tell you how many people just welcomed me into their house to spend the night that were complete strangers, but just on grounds that I was circus, you're in your family. And that is a really great thing that I don't feel a lot of industries have. So that's very unique to the circus world. And that's before they even see how good you are at whatever it is your discipline is. So that's a massive pro. Now, one of my major cons that I've kind of had for a while, but it really shows why in the movie. There's, I think it's no surprise to anyone. It's not a big mystery that circus out in the real world is kind of looked down upon. Like, if we recall, before like Cirque du Soleil got super popular, there was that saying that got used a lot. Oh, you don't want to go to college? Well, then what? You can just go join the circus if you're not going to college. It was always a lesser thing. I didn't see why people looked at it as bad. Then watching The Greatest Showman, you kind of get a sense of, at least in America, the introduction of circus, or the use of it, was done in these rather embellished ways, the way P.T. Barnum portrayed them. I wouldn't consider circus to be like a lie of any kind. Like when someone does flying trapeze, they're really flipping through the air. So when I saw the scene
does it bother you that everything you're selling is fake?
Do these smiles seem fake?
That scene right there I thought was an interesting point in where circus was, because like I said, everything they did was real. Like the fat guy was really fat. All they did was embellish like how fat he was. Everything was more of an embellishment than it was a lie. But at the same time, because it's circus beginnings in America, it's being viewed as this sort of foolery thing. And then at America's foundation, Americans hate being fooled. We don't like, and so that I found a fascinating thing, that's where it kind of stems from. So I feel like the circus has always been viewed as this sort of trick. Like even the word, when we go do our flips, we say like, I'm gonna go do my trick. And it suggests something like we're fooling someone. Sure, maybe it's a context thing, but I feel that's just the way circus is viewed in general, which is why it's looked down upon. Things clearly didn't change until around when Cirque started coming into the picture. I think with radio and television coming out, specifically television and the internet, circus has just kind of gone downhill more and more because it's a live thing to show. And I think Cirque came in and they added an evolution in where they kind of told a story. I can see that Cirque made huge changes in the world with circus, and the fact that it raises it up. Just in my personal experiences, there was a time, I'm not sure how many of you know, I think I've mentioned in the past, but I did a program a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago now, I forget how long it's been, but it's been a few years in the past. I was in the Dominican Republic, did this Cirque du Soleil Club Med combo program thing called Creative. At one point, I left the Dominican, went home to California. I was grocery shopping, and I go to the market, and this guy asks me what I did for the weekend when I was checking out. And I tell the dude I was at some rehearsal or some training, whatever I was doing. I described some sort of acrobatics. The guy cuts me off, and he's like, I don't mean to like offend you or anything, bro, but do you work for the circus? So that right there shows me that the fact that he was afraid of offending me is this interesting awareness that the circus is viewed as a low end, right? So I said, oh, I'm not offended. I described this and that. And then I bring up the fact that I was doing this Cirque program and say, oh, you're working for Cirque. You're working for Cirque du Soleil. Oh, that's cool, man. That's awesome. All of a sudden, it's been brought up, like, in social viewing. Suddenly, Circus is still down here and Cirque is up here and somehow is not affiliated with Circus in his mind. Now, I don't spend a lot of time out in the public. I'm in the circus world a lot, but I think that kind of speaks volumes as to where the public sees the circus. I think mostly, in my opinion, is we don't get to share those stories. Basically, circus, when you just throw your trick and we view it as it is, though there are amazing feats, I think there's not enough of the human aspect being shown in what goes into it. And as a result, with that dehumanization of the circus, it's not really viewed, it's going to be continued to be brought down or viewed low upon. That's where I think Cirque did a good job of bringing it up. They tell these stories, so even though you're not seeing the humans, you see the amazing feats, yes, but you're seeing them as characters in this world, and that's why there's always this character that's welcoming you into this world. Like literally every Cirque show you go to, there's going to be some sort of welcome character. Like with that, how do we evolve to make it even further? Because I think holding on to just that aspect is fantastic to one end, but at the same time we'll get old and we'll see a sort of like, yeah, okay, what else sort of vibe. We'll open up this vlog as part of theory in feeding other ones, because I have my ideas for those things and I've been trying to play with them and experiment with them with previous projects. The B-side project slash the good enough video that I've made back in June, you can check that out. That's me trying to find out other ways to sort of get a more human aspect to acrobatics. Please share your thoughts, and like not just share your thoughts with me like here at the studio, which I always welcome the conversation because I can talk on this forever, but for those of you in the circus world, share your thoughts down in the comments, because I would love to hear your opinions why circus is viewed as low as it is in our culture, specifically American culture, and what you think it needs. Because in my opinion, I think it needs to find an aspect in the video realm and be seen there and explained better, because just showing your trick is it's not enough. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and have further discussions on this, because just hearing myself rant will only go so far. That is this video. If you guys enjoy this, like it, subscribe, do all that business. I definitely plan to have more theory videos, as I've got other theories in the back of my head, as you know, but this is one aspect to that. I'll see you guys later.